My Hero Academia Vigilantes is a prequel spin-off series to Kōhei Horikoshi's My Hero Academia. The story of Vigilantes follows Koichi Hamawari, a 19-year-old college student who luckily ends up becoming a member of the Naruhata Vigilantes. The Naruhata Vigilantes comprises of 3 members: Koichi, who tries to go under the alias of The Crawler; Popstep, a teenage street performer who acts as the Vigilantes' eyes and ears; and their leader, Knuckle Duster, a grizzled old man who has a punch first ask questions later attitude. The 3 vigilantes roam the streets in search of criminals, especially those who use the drug known as Trigger, which enhances a person's quirk but destroys their inhibition. While on this journey, our heroes come across some new, colourful, crazy characters, but they also encounter a few not-so-unfamiliar faces as well. The overall tone of Vigilantes is a lot darker than its source material, with more mature themes like drug use, overdose, kidnappings, brutal beatings, murder, sexual predators, and even one-time implied rape. Yep, don't get much of that in UA, do ya? But in saying that, it still has that light-hearted charm that Academia has, especially with Koichi and Popstep. When it comes down to it, they're just kids, and they do stupid kid stuff that I can't help but giggle or laugh at. So you're probably saying to yourself, "Oh, so it's just a darker, more mature version of My Hero Academia. Why would I want that magical voice on the internet?" See, that's where you're wrong. Vigilantes is nothing like Academia. While Academia follows the new, upcoming hero prodigies who are the best of the best and will do almost anything and everything to be even better, Vigilantes just follows the average everyday people that happen to live in a world full of superpowers. There's no big power-up, no epic inspirational speech, no last chance I'm gonna go beyond moments. In fact, they play with that idea. In the first chapter, Koichi envisions his big "I'm gonna beat up these bad guys and save the girl" moment. But when he tries to do it, he gets smacked on his ass and shown his place. This is actually a common trend throughout the series. Koichi tries to help, but constantly finds himself in situations above his pay grade, and he ends up having to be saved himself. I mean, if we compare this to Izuku Midoriya, the protagonist of Academia, who puts everything he has into being number 1, we can clearly see Koichi isn't a top-tier hero. He doesn't have that drive to be the best, because he's not trying to be. Koichi doesn't have competition, rivals, an arch-nemesis, or the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's just a guy trying to live his life while being a good person. While Midoriya is that 1 in a million, Koichi's a part of that 999,999, and that's what makes his story so interesting. From a storytelling perspective, Koichi is a passive character. He's not going out looking for danger or a fight. Events occur, and he just happens to be there. He's rarely the instigator. This way of storytelling allows the story to progress through the actions of the side characters, and that's where Vigilantes hits its stride. Koichi is an introvert, true and true. He's very few friends, often opens his mouth at the wrong time, unintentionally insults people, and is overall socially awkward. But he's surrounded by crazy outgoing extroverts. His best friend Popstep is an eccentric over-the-top street performer that one day wishes to be an international icon. And his master/mentor Knuckle Duster is a mysterious old man that beats the living cojones out of anyone that even looks at him funny. These whimsical characters drive the plot of Vigilantes when they get themselves into crazy, dangerous, or just silly situations. None of these characters are going to save the world, but each of them have their own demons to fight. Whether it's dealing with anxiety before performing on a stage, trying to find out who you are and where you fit in the world, trying to be a good person, or even trying to clean the streets of lunatics and drug users. Each of these battles feels just as important as any battle to save the world, because for these characters, this is their world. These seemingly small struggles affect these characters' lives in a big way, so to them, they mean everything. It's a fight that we all have, and that's what makes its portrayal here so amazing. Because even in a world full of marvelous, superpowered beings, people still have their own problems to deal with, and are just as important as any hero's battle. It's a side of society that we don't normally get to see. We get to see the world of My Hero through the eyes of the working class. We're so used to taking in stories of amazing heroes that we never really think about how their presence affects the rest of the world. Vigilantes gives us this unique perspective. We get to see how society has changed to handle the superhuman insurgents, how new laws and restrictions are made to maintain control in a world where someone could blow up a building with the snap of their finger. It gives us insight into the world of My Hero that Academia just can't, and it does it beautifully. It not only lets us see the lives of the ordinary people, but it compares them to the lives of pro heroes. We learn more about people like Aizawa, Midnight, Tsukuichi, and even Ida's brother Ingenium. We learn about the work and restrictions they have on their jobs, and how they are regulated to fit into society. We get to see them as an authority figure from a civilian perspective, rather than teachers or family members. By having these characters appear in this fashion, we not only get a more detailed inspection into the world's society, but we also get to learn more about these beloved characters. I feel more attached to Ingenium after seeing his wholesome interactions with Koichi, and because of this, his small presence in academia is 10 times more impactful. It gives these side characters more screen time and personality while providing to both the plot of Vigilantes and academia. My Hero Academia Vigilantes is exactly what a spin-off should be. It follows a unique story with its own kooky characters, but it also expands on a world we already know and love. It shows us that the world isn't just black and white, and that there is much more going on than we initially realized. It's not afraid to take its source material's charm and manipulate it to benefit its own. If you're a fan of My Hero Academia, then I highly recommend giving this manga a read. I will admit, I was cautious at first, but once I got over the first hurdle, I found that I couldn't put it down. I just kept saying to myself, okay, just one more chapter, then I'm done. If you're a fan of the My Hero characters, I can guarantee you will fall in love with Vigilante's roster of lunatics. If you're looking for action, it'll be a bit of a grind, but my god is there some beautiful fight scenes and panels. When it gets good, it gets good. But hey, I'm just a random guy on the internet. Let me know what you think. Whether you're a fan of Vigilantes, not so much a fan, a complete newcomer, or just someone who stumbled across this video. Leave a comment and let me know your opinions. If you liked my video, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, there's a button for that too. If you're looking for more My Hero content, you needn't worry. Why? Because I am here.